A lot of you guys were wondering how I have money. I have a sugar daddy and my family's rich. That's it, that's the video. Bye. I'm in a silly goofy mood today and I thought it would be fun to show you my little makeup routine because everything is totally different. I also thought it would be fun to gossip and overshare about my life because I haven't really made videos in a really long time. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. So a lot of you guys wanted like a life update in general. I am currently in Puerto Rico with Mia because if you don't know, we have a podcast called The Distrust Fund. I've kind of been opening up on there a lot more than I normally do, and I've been telling like really crazy stories about my summer. The time I dated a star, the billionaire who blackmailed me, the guy that bought me shoes. If you're looking for tea, I post every single Tuesday, so that's why we're together. What I do with my eyebrows is I kind of glue them upwards and then I wait for them to set and then I move them around a little bit more and fill them in. After that, I grab a foundation, pour it on my face. Like a little science experiment. I don't have my apartment in Miami anymore, which is kind of sad because that bathroom got me so many views. I noticed a lot of you guys were really curious about how I have money for like activities. I don't know if you guys know, not in like a shady way, but like in a really like nice, sweet way. Social media pays a lot of money and I'll kind of explain to you why if you don't get it. Basically, every single follower that you have is a potential customer for a brand or yourself. Obviously, you can't believe everything you see on social media. I think I've told you guys that from the beginning. I'm seeing all these people at Paris Fashion Week right now and part of me is like feeling kind of FOMO. I promise this like gets into it. Part of me is like feeling FOMO that like I couldn't be there, but I remember when I went to New York Fashion Week, how much everything like cost and how everything was about who you know. All of the clothes that you get are either rented from a brand. You should dress yourself with items from the brand. So like you have to buy them on your own, which can get really expensive if you're going to a bunch of different shows, or you can hire a stylist. That stylist is there to pull pieces from brands for you for a specific event. But stylists are incredibly expensive. They're like $3,000 to $5,000. And essentially what ends up happening is that you end up paying $3,000 to $5,000 to borrow clothes that you don't even get to keep in the end. But if you think about it, like one designer bag is like $3,000 to $5,000. And they give you a ton of bags to go with the outfit. So to get invited to the shows and to sit front row, you have to have something called a publicist. You're gonna be spending at least $9,000. Some publicists are more expensive because they're really good. And a publicist's job is to put you in publication. Because you're in these articles, they will send them to brands and be like, my client, Blair Walnuts, was recently in Forbes. Do you wanna invite her to your show? Click yes or no. Like it's a little love note from your middle school crush. And then they will decide if they want to invite you to their show or not. They'll give you a seat. Also, I realized there is a whole secret black market underground sale of front row seats of fashion shows. And I didn't know this until I saw that some people, like the people who do the PR for the shows, are actually selling these seats. So you can sit front row at Christian Dior during Couture Week and get an invitation with your name on it if you have $10,000 to spare for that 10-minute show. So if you're really wealthy and you come from like a billionaire family and you want to sit front row and you want to be famous, you can literally just pay for it. Sometimes I get really frustrated at the way the world is. I remember before I was an influencer, I would get like really annoyed about influencers because it seemed like they got all this shit for free, a bunch of PR they never used. They got to travel, they got to work from home. And instead of like just being really like just jealous, I guess, I was like, well, I'll just be an influencer then. Like, I want that stuff too, so I'm just going to do that. Like, does that make sense? So I think a lot of my business endeavors are fueled from spite. Like I became an influencer because I was like, oh, why do they get all this free shit and I am sitting here working at this desk job for 40 hours a week and like not getting anything out of it, not even health insurance. Please, why is the world so difficult and unfair? And then I was like, you know what, I'll play it in my favor. Like you have to play the cards that you're dealt, and whether those are good or bad is just like out of your hands, but how you play them is in your hands. So remember that if something is irritating you, just try to fix it. Same thing with my hair oil brand. The only reason I have a successful hair oil brand is because my hair fell out and I was so spiteful that my hair looked so ugly. I was like, I'm fixing this and I'm gonna help other people fix it too. And my hair oil is currently sold out because I can't keep up with demand. Like, I'm not joking you, I literally cannot make it fast enough for you guys to buy it. And we have so many people that have bought it 10 times. I'm like, oh my God, hold on, like slow down, I can't make more. So I'm gonna have a drop. If something is making you angry and you feel like jealous about it, Just go do it yourself. And also, don't believe things you see on the internet. All these like glitzy glam pictures from fashion weeks and everything, a lot of those people are like paying to be there. So this is like my new thing with my makeup, is I really highlight the inner corners with this Mario opal highlighter, and then I take Stila in Bronze Bell and I get a little bit of glitter on my finger and I like swipe it through the entire eye. Yeah, so basically my thesis of this whole conversation is, don't be jealous of things that look cool on the internet, because things are not always as they seem. I see comments about people wondering why influencers get paid so much and like why they have so much money, when it's technically an easier job than a lot of like the blue collar jobs and like the, I don't know, desk jobs and the jobs that take a lot of education and years to do. And I'll kind of explain it to you from a business standpoint. Basically, influencers live off attention. They have followers, and followers to a brand is potential customers. You guys like me as a person, or you hate me. If you hate watch me, slay. I hate watch some people too, I don't know. I can see why a lot more people watched me during my like unhinged Tulum era, because it's so fun watching a train wreck, like self-destruction. And not being able to stop it. So I get it. I don't mind a hater. Let's take a brand like L'Oreal, for example. They pay influencers a lot of money to sell their mascara. Why are they getting so much money to say they like a mascara? So as a brand owner, if I had to make a whole photo shoot for my hair oil, that would cost a lot of money, right? You have a photographer, an editor, a model, a hairstylist, a makeup artist, all these people working on set to create this photo shoot to just have the images or the video for the brand. After you get these images, what good does that do when no customers see them? You need an audience. So what do? You have to buy a commercial. All the costs of creating that image or that video are now gone. You don't need to hire a photographer, a lighting person, an editor, a sound guy, a model. All of that is just like included in the influencer's fee. After that, instead of paying for a commercial that people are gonna skip through, people watch that influencer anyway. So if they show you a new product that they like and you've used a product that they like before, you're more willing to trust them. It's like your favorite person telling you about a product they like. You're probably more likely to buy a mascara that your friend recommended than a mascara you saw in an advertisement. That's why brands pay influencers a lot of money to advertise their product. So influencer marketing is a lot cheaper than traditional marketing. Do you know how much it costs to buy an actual commercial that's like on TV? So I know it seems like influencers get paid too much for what they do, which I can agree and empathize with you, but they also bring back so much value to the brands that it makes sense for the brands to use influencers. And I know it's kind of a screwed up world that we live in. It's not fair, but like I said, if you don't find it fair, find a way to fix it in your favor. I also just made a brand new lip oil that I'll show you guys after I put on my eyelashes. It's phenomenal, and I'm working on making lip liners that go with it. They're more expensive than I thought they would be, actually. This is my lip. Okay, sorry, they're dirty. They're very well loved and used. I just heard that oil people just like have a lot of money, so I decided to just copy them. Am I in the right oil business? I don't know. All the money that you guys see me spend frivolously, no, I don't have a sugar daddy. Yes, sometimes guys buy me dinner or shoes or something nice, but I don't have anyone like paying my bills. It would be really nice if someone paid my bills. I've heard of girls getting their rent paid. I don't want to sell my soul, even though I feel like I sell it for free anyway. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? One time I was actually in a plane with this guy who was a pilot. He was like teaching me how to fly a plane or whatever, and he had a lot of sugar babies, and I was like, why do you have sugar babies and not like girlfriends? And he's like, I think you're the dumb one, because you're doing what they do, except you do it for free. Thank you. I can't tell if this is an insult. I'm dumb. Ah! Don't take that sentiment to heart though, because Mia says I know all the worst men in the whole world. Like, I just know all of them. I don't think men are as bad as I make them out to be. I just know every single bad one to ever exist. I don't really know why I attract them. I think it's because I'm really empathetic and I seem really sweet and like malleable, I think. And I think they can just prey on me. And they could have when I was like weak, and they did. But now I know what they're doing. While my eyelashes dry, I'll show you guys how I turn my lips from small too big. So I take a lip liner and I kind of go around. I haven't gotten lip filler since I filmed it 2 years ago. I think the reason why I still have big lips is because I created a lot of scar tissue for myself by going twice in a really short period of time. And then I do the top. I kind of rub it in past the line of my lip so it kind of fades into my mustache. And then I grab one of my lip oils. I just gotta make sure I grab the one that I already made dirty. We decided to go with the doe foot applicator. This packaging really reminds me of the YSL concealer, and it's just really satisfying and luxurious to me, and you can do it with utmost precision. It also smells like cinnamon a little bit, and it reminds me of the song from Lana Del Rey that's like, now my life is sweet like cinnamon. And I really like this because it's not sticky, but it's not runny like an oil. Like you don't have to worry about it slipping and like running all over your face, but it just looks so kissable and plump, and it's not sticky at all. And it moisturizes your lips and it hydrates them. It's just like a brilliant, brilliant product. I love this lip oil. I'll put the link from my website down in the description box. Probably hasn't launched yet, but if it has, go get one. Okay, and this is the final makeup look. I'm gonna go do my hair and then I will come back. Okay, so this is the final makeup look. And I just feel like it's really cute. It's really sweet. My hair looks like really natural. It's really soft. I got rid of those super long extensions. I don't know what the heck I was doing. I really hope you guys liked today's video and catching up and understanding some like weird dynamics. And I am gonna try to make more videos soon. So I will see you soon.